Hello ladies and gents, I am an Indifferent, and welcome back to From the Depths, Ashes of the Empire, Community Edition. So, the much awaited 2.12 patch is now live, which contains pistons and spin blocks on spin blocks, both of which are very nice features. Unfortunately, the designs I have submitted to me so far don't actually incorporate any of these features, and I have plenty of designs still to showcase. So without further ado, let us do so. I feel like I need a core of heavy vehicles for the new community force, so I'm going to be utilising several of Charadon's designs. In fact, all of these are some of the oldest designs I have here, right back from the beginning of the Let's Play. I just haven't got round to showcasing them. So, first of all, we have the Big Moose by Charadon. So, as you can see, it is a huge cram cannon carrier with lots of internal components there. This, in fact, looks like pretty much like the base hull of the Liberator. Pretty much same sort of design. There's tons and tons of wedges, see there? Low volume, but very tough, using lots of armour stacking there. And a very big cram cannon. So it should do incredibly well. Let's hit us against King Cobra. Doesn't fire as quickly as I was expecting, but it is kind of... Shell keeps on bouncing. But, we've got fuses in this thing. It's very tough, though. All that heavy armour is very strong. I wonder what fuses are utilised in this cram. Ah, so the cram actually doesn't have a fuse in it. That's a little bit of an issue. Should probably put a fuse in here. It would make the weapon considerably more powerful. But that's not so much in the spirit of things. I have been trying to utilise the designs as submitted where possible, unless they're actually broken. I have tried to fix a few of them. But this is a very tough design regardless, and it's going to absorb a considerable amount of damage from the flayers. And the new faction which we'll be declaring war on in this episode. I haven't decided yet, but I'm leaning towards the Lightning Hoods. Problem is, the Lightning Hoods, they are got a bugged boss. Next up, we have the Cyclops by Anister. A very cheap little design, which I have flipped on its head. Now, this really should have been something I spawned at the very beginning, because it only has 1,000 materials and looks like it only has a single missile, which is a infrared seeker, single warhead. A very simple little design there. The missile doesn't turn that quickly, but it actually turns decently. And veers off course slightly. It's a bit of a shame. I should probably spawn in several of these. Probably at least 3. The missiles are slow. They do a lot of damage when they hit though, so that is good. But that slow missile is probably going to be a massive downplay with the use of the flayers. Against maybe some of the other factions, a little bit slower ones, it would have been good, but I think against the flayers, these are going to suffer tremendously, which is a bit of a shame, because it is quite a nice little design for 1,000 material. Next, we have the Krakatoa hull by Charadon. This is a very expensive double hull, a hull and cannon design. So it has the heavy armour base there at the bottom, and then a rather big array of very big guns at the top. which is probably fairly volatile. Yeah. Probably fairly volatile indeed. But it does look really rather cool. And that's the important thing, right? So, suddenly gets King Cobra. Very fast turning, much like Liberator. Doesn't seem to fire as tremendous a barrage, but I think that's because this one came first. So I deployed this one after. Very slow refire rate, it seems, but it's able to absorb quite a lot of damage. It seems to be absorbing it better than the Liberator did, though doesn't seem to be as accurate. It's trying to load up in a line. Go on, line up and fire. There we go. That's barrage, and still hasn't scored a hit. That's a bit worrisome. I'm sure if it hits, it will do a lot of damage, but it does seem to have great difficulty actually landing a strike on its target. And I love the design, but if this is going to be the case, then I unfortunately won't be able to utilise it for very long in the campaign. Maybe only using it for this episode. Next we have the Rolling Crampage. Another two-part design. This one with very large track aesthetic there, and a huge barrage of 6 big cram cannons. A rather evil glowing face at the top there. Turns round and fires his barrage of 6 crams, all short because that generally happens first shot. This one does seem to be moving towards its target, and it does have a load of repair tentacles to keep the main gun ready for combat. Here comes the barrage. And yep, if that strikes, it breaks things. To be perfectly honest though, it should really be staggered slightly. 6 cram cannons like that isn't going to do much more damage than 1 or 2, because crams, max cram gauge like that, they already delete blocks. You really only need a couple, 2, 3 at most, to cause a similar amount of damage. 6 is just overkill, but what's wrong with overkill, I guess. Finally, we have the T-88 by Domiolan. So let's have a look. It's quite a heavy looking design. A lot of tracks, and hopefully it won't bug out and can still turn. Oh, wood on the base. They're a little bit weak with the AI, so a good solid hit at the base here could cause it to pop. And similarly, a hit could damage the actual one-axis turret. And how is this front done? Looks like... hang on, is that a spin block? Yep, so it's got a spin block armour, which against lack of fragmentation would cause a bit of an issue. But the flares use a lot of kinetic rounds, so that should be nicely deflective there, as this doesn't seem to have enough power for good amounts of shielding, if it has any shields at all. So it looks like it could be quite good, but we'll see how it does against the Taipan. Yeah, it doesn't look like it has any shielding. Quite a nice fast round, does a significant amount of damage there. Me launching Taipan up into the sky. That turret though... actually... the way that turret was, it means that the hole at the top is where the APS is. That could be pretty volatile, since that isn't heavy armour. Looks like the AI is more heavily defended than the gun. Which is decent, but... looks like it's taken a bit of damage there. Definitely has some very highly resilient parts to it. I am a bit concerned by the fact that it has been disabled quite readily there, which is a bit unfortunate. So there, again, the flak breaking off all the weaker components at the base. Just to how these are linked together, it seems. Though it's moving only on half its tracks, so that is one thing in its favour. It's certainly one of the more utilitarian, realistic designs. Unfortunately, it does have a slow turning turret, but it must have been designed before those larger axis turrets came into the game. So I am looking forward to seeing that fast shell coming in with the fragmentation warheads, good against shields, and the fast speed will be very nice against the flares. And the flares again will be very good as a counter because it won't have the fragmentation explosives like this breaking off the underside like it has done against this design here. Pure kinetic rounds will be very good against it. However, we'll see how it all fares in the campaign. So let's head over there now. Right then, here we are in the campaign. Let's add in the vehicles onto the 3rd community force. Where the heck? There I am. I'm going to be adding in 3 of the Cyclops vehicles just because they are so small, and compared to something like the absolutely huge Krakatoa, Big Moose and Rolling Crampage designs, I need a little load of little drones. In fact, that's pretty much how this force has become. Lots of little drones and several big things. Ooh, and the force down here is being attacked, so let's just jump onto this fight and see what it can do here. And begin. Right, so several of the designs look like they're flying. The dukes just went off. The Slayer is flying through the sky without a care in the world. Where are you going? I think I haven't seen this one yet. This is the Rapture, if I remember correctly. Yes, this is the Rapture. It's very quick, and it retreats very quick as well. Quite a nice couple of railguns there. Could prove to be a bit awkward. It's shoot against my planes, and actually this design is strong enough to defeat my planes. The mobile gun chassis is quite heavy damage. Let's just jump over it to try and get some repairs done. So some of the designs aren't moving very quickly. The rest are heading straight after the Rapture. It should be killing itself on the terrain soon, because the terrain does get very hilly. So it was hit by either a cram or an internal detonation. And there we go, it is 2 damaged. Then it stops moving, all the missiles strike it, doing severe amounts of damage. Excellent, and there we go, battle finished. Let's pull all. Right, I do want to try and declare war on another faction, probably the Lightning Hoods. Regardless of whoever I declare war on, I need a defensive force near the watering hole, the HQ. Because at the moment, if I do anything, I will be defeated instantaneously. Oh, you've decided to go through that line there. Okay, well, we'll get to see you fight again. I'm just getting a bit jealous. First force, get ready for battle and begin. And I forgot to spawn in the land, so things are going to go crazy. Too bad, not too many things flipped over. Okay, it looks like the chaos is coming in for Chardon's design. It's bouncing off. Chardon's design is actually just absorbing the hits of the chaos. The goblin tank is getting battered around as well. And it's getting eaten alive. But it's now sitting on, riding on top of the ram. But there we go. Eventually, the goblin light tank is defeated by the chaos. The laser from the helicopter there is doing some good work against this Rapture. Every time it hits, it does break up quite a considerable number of blocks. So unfortunately, the accuracy isn't quite perfect, which is a bit of a shame. But what can you do with a small laser system? It is very difficult to make one very, very accurate. The chaos is still going, actually. Eating through Chardon's tank. In fact, I'll just jump on the Felfibrius. See if I can catch this thing. I've probably done this before when I might be able to save Red Rage's Goblin Light Tank. Ow, I accidentally shot myself. I'm down to 6% health. Let's try and do this. Oh, come on. Ah, it's too damaged. That's a shame. Let's leap down onto the Reaver. Hasn't spawned in yet, but those two are about to disintegrate, which means the Reaver will come in just a second. Any second now. There it is. And I got myself killed. Hit slightly the wrong angle and died. That's quite irritating. Shame. So the Felfibrius was also destroyed eventually. So the Goblin Light Tank has been defeated, as has the Felfibrius. Both nice designs. That Goblin Light Tank has survived a long time. Right, let's begin the next battle. I did want to declare another war, but apparently that isn't going to be the case. Oh, I forgot to spawn in on the land again. Spawn all in, and I can't see a blooming thing. It's really bad weather. And I'm now down to 10,000 materials. Spawning in several of the more expensive designs in my arsenal was probably not a good idea. There is a beholder, so let's jump out of this thing. So I do know basically where the AIs on the beholder are, and it is worth a huge amount of resources. So if we can capture it again and sell it, particularly if it has that rear gun on it, will be really, really useful. The last flare design there is getting swamped. That does leave the beholder here. Right for the capture. Let's jump to... let's go near the front of it because it's likely to instantly go forwards. Let's just sit and wait for that other design to be eliminated. Aha, the target is 2 damage. That means the beholder will spawn in just a moment. Oh, looks like another one. Our tank's jumped in as well. There's the beholder. Let's jump on board. Let's get inside. So I know the one downstairs is easy enough to destroy. Blow my way into the AI, and then I can figure out trying to find out where that top one exactly is. I know I've seen it several times now. I should really remember, but I have a mind like a sieve. There we go, captured. Pull all. Beholder, I want to scrap you for the huge amount of material you are going to provide. Look at all of that. Over 100,000 material from that alone. Very, very good. Right, it's gone on long enough. I want to declare war in another faction. So still doing okay on there. And let us go to the flares. So war the flares, and let's go to war with the lightning hoods. In fact, this is quite a good point to spawn in another one of these designs, and that is it Codurus? Yes, the slow satellite, which is much like the fast one, but slower. Spawn that in, because that is going to be useful for scouting out where the lightning hoods are. Right, the battle is beginning. Straight away, nukes and missiles and all sorts go off. Flares have instantly downed several targets. Panzer IV seems to be the primary target. And it's getting whipped there by that particle accelerator. That looks pretty cool. It actually does very, very little damage. I think it's an EMP one. The exploding turret there did quite considerably more damage. Let's actually jump on Panzer IV. Is it Panther IV? Oh, I thought it was Panzer. Okay. Sorry, I've been calling you the wrong thing for like half a dozen episodes. Not much left alive, it seems. Still going along quite happily, but pinging shots off until one of those fragmentation inertia rounds strikes, and then you do take a bit of damage. Let's jump out of there. Let's see if we can't capture that rapture, which is dancing off into the distance. And it has been disabled. and its turret just exploded and vented shells everywhere. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to capture this, though I've got enough materials to keep me going for a short while at least. Excellent, well the battle's finished. Not too much more damage was sustained there though. Let's repair everything up, regardless. So satellite, go all the way up there. No, there.
Moving out. Moving out.
Okay, you can see a stupidly far distance.
Moving out.
I just wait for these two forces to combine, and then I will go and attack this strength 100 force. Now I do have to remember not to actually go after the HQ, because unfortunately the HQ is bugged at the moment, which is a little bit of a problem. Oh, I don't want to keep fighting flare forces. Let me face the lightning hoods. Ah, got to do this battle. Okay, I'll just speed through it. There we go, the battle's beginning. Things are going dead straight away. Oh, and there is a chaos, so that is potential nastiness right there. Let's head over towards it. See if we can't capture it before it does too much damage. So it's just destroying half my forces again. And I got shot and killed. Because yes, although I do need to capture it and be on it, if I'm sitting on top while it's getting bombarded by everything, really doesn't mean much in the way of survivability. Oh, it looks like the flare's about to begin up. Well, thankfully a cram cannon struck it and knocked it back slightly. Various explosions acting as grav rams, preventing this from advancing too fast. That's too damaged. Great. Well, thankfully he didn't kill anything else, so that's good, I guess. Looks like the nuke is actually getting quite close, though. Can it be stopped? Not simple lasers striking it. Oh, yep, captured. Sweet. And there we go, nuked. Which actually hit me. So the Reaver, only 3,000 materials, but that's 3,000 more than I had before. And hopefully at last try this new force out against the Lightning Hoods. There you go, Lightning Hoods force has spawned in. And that's a lot of things I don't know what they are. Okay, so the land is horrific. Going to lose a lot to the land, but so are they. Let's begin the battle. Pause immediately. So the Mega Deadifier is in, as is the Krakatoa, though the fact that I'm on very poor terrain is not good. Lightning Hoods also have lots of lasers, but lasers on this terrain is very bad news to them, because it can't go over the hills. Lasers immediately start firing at everything. Explosion there. Cram cannons firing, absorbing lots of hits. Okay, one little mining drones decided to ram the two Lightning Hoods there. Some cannon's doing a lot for me. Cram's missing, unfortunately. And now the terrain is acting to my advantage. Two Lion Hood designs are now grinding their turrets off, making them ineffectual. And here's another one also doing a similar thing. Big massive explosions, doing everything. The little Cyclops drones are doing quite good actually. They're surviving the terrain. Quite a few of them have flipped over. And these ones getting picked off by these simple autocannon designs, which are doing quite good work. There's quite a few weak components, such as thrusters and that, which simple ACs are pretty good at taking on. Just stripping blocks, just pinging around it rather rapidly. Hail. The bullets bouncing up and down. Ding, 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 ding. I'm rather impressed. Heavy armour's left there, but that's about it. All the other opponents have been stripped off. And that Hood design is trying to shoot at the Krakatoa, but can't because its laser can't penetrate through land. Missiles from various craft mine though can. And look at that, it comes down the corner just as the cram cannon fires, knocking the nose of it off. The laser though stripping through the turret. But the recoil of the explosion is enough to knock it sideways, preventing a good shot. And there we go, it's launched up again. At the cram, it just deletes blocks. But didn't even see the explosion, just deleted them. This one is armed with particle accelerator that can shoot through the ground, so this is considerably more dangerous. That simple laser thing, that's quite horrific. Look at it go. Just shot through and tore through the whole thing. Poor Cyclops. I was getting this fight myself. This thing's still just about alive. The AI dead over there. Ow! Didn't glitch it through that there, just shot it and got myself injured. The guy's in here somewhere, and I got shot and killed. So you've had your bowels sliced off. The rolling crampage is doing so much work. Crossing cram cannons there, strike and break off all of the jets of this Hood's design. And you get a sitting duck essentially. It pirouettes over on the top there. One I was trying to capture is now 2 damaged as the cram cannon launches across the ground, grinding chunks off it. You can see there is dead Rambot. New laser tank appears. Immediately starts trying to fire against the flying turret. Shot skimming over the hill. One does strike it, pushing it up into the sky a bit. Next two just go over the top. And now it's in range of the simple autocannon hail. We've got a lot of resource, but I have a feeling that's because some of my vehicles have disintegrated, giving me the resources back. That zone there is getting itself killed slowly but surely. And I'm interested in trying to capture this one. Sure the AI is in there. Maybe not. Where's the AI in this thing? Must have been another... Ah! It's near the back. I saw it as it disintegrated just at the end there. Let's head over the hills and see if we can't capture anything more. Alright, let's jump inside this. Ow. Ow, and I got myself killed. Let's head on back and try and capture it again. Missile barrage strikes it there. The way in. Yep, the AI is in there. And there we go. It's now mine. So that's this one mine, and blockaded. All this is doing quite well. Let's head on over, see if we can't do anything about the other one. This also has been flipped over by, well, the terrain. So let's break my way in. Ow! Darn it. Yeah. Fine. Ow. Stupid thing. I'm meant to have lots of health. But I'm very rarely ever seeing that. I just instantly get killed by something. Even though, yes, I am meant to have plenty of health, utilising the brawler and soldier buffs. Come on, why is it instantly killing me? I shall just check the buffs. Should have 100 in every stat. Person. Oh no, it's only 50. Ah, okay, so it still does quite a bit of damage. Fair enough. Well, I'm just going to keep working on mechanic, get up to 50, then I'll carry on with the others. That could explain why I'm getting killed so easily. Yeah, some cannons just instantly kill me. That's, they do a lot more damage than I thought. Because I survive all sorts, but simple autocannon seems to instantly kill me. So in fact, I'm going to put in... remove all the points from Stormtrooper and put them into Brawler. Just try and take out... ah, damage from enemy fire! Right, that makes sense, because it's friendly fire. Yeah, I'll put it... I should still put it in there. So it's enemy fire, right. So because it's friendly, yeah. That's probably why it's killing me. Though I didn't think that made a difference, but maybe it does. Still, the enemy is defeated, and the battle is won. So pull all, and lets us do clear up. So unfortunately, Snippet load these designs that did not make it. That's kind of what happens when you send drones against lasers over rough terrain. Ah yeah, the Krakatoa was destroyed, that kind of makes sense. But all the rest of these get repaired up. Right, this is definitely being made more interesting with some different forces. But that's all I have time for. So thank you very much for watching this episode of From the Depths Ashes of the Empire Community Edition. If you did enjoy the episode, please leave a like and or comment below, as it is always great to hear from you lot. Be sure to check out the rest of my channel for more From the Depths and other game videos, and swing by my Discord channel for more interactive direct chatting. Otherwise, that's it for me for now, and I shall see you next time. But until then, I'm out. Goodbye!